Amen, amen, amen. Hey, I'm starting something new. Look, I talk to myself a lot in my mind, right? I thought, why not share with the world? Because I know this is real wisdom. This is real experience. This is real life. Okay? Look, self-awareness is so crucial on this journey. Okay? If you are able to look at yourself and really accept, really analyze who you are, man, life will just flourish, right? And to do this, we have to think. We truly have to think, and we have to take control of what we are thinking, okay? On the science side, everything is already here, right? And in the beginning, God told us that He created earth, He created man, He gave us dominion over the earth, the animals here, right? These things are already here for us to understand, but you have to think and you have to desire something, right? Something greater than yourself. This burning desire in me to learn, to grow, to become successful is what is going to make me successful, you know, in anything that I want to do. I firmly believe this. I believe that I can do anything that I want to do, right? So I set goals for myself, and I start these goals and I finish these goals. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. It takes time, right? It takes time. I went to school, I graduated, I got a car, these things, I moved out. Like, when you grow up and you mature and you become your own person, you have to celebrate the small wins, right? I know this is not the pinnacle of my life, but I'm proud of where I am, and you should be proud for where you are, you know? It really takes your self-awareness. It starts with the self. You have to be there for yourself before you can be there for anybody else, right? You can lead a man to the water, but you can't make him drink it, okay? This is really real if you can look at that in your own life, right? To free yourself, you have to accept yourself. You have to face yourself. You have to understand. You have to think, right? You have to really, really think. There's a reason why 95% of the world is doing the same thing as everybody else, right? Stressing paycheck to paycheck. You might look like you're better off because you have a bigger house, a faster this, but if you are still in the same rat race, the same cycle, you know, there is a reason why only 5% of people are truly wealthy and truly free. And that is what I desire, real freedom, right? I'm not chasing moving up the corporate ladder. I'm not chasing this, that, right? By no means, I love to live life. I love to experience life. I like to have nice things, right? But how are we accumulating these things? Right? And this is where it is so important to have the relationship with God, right? If you seek the relationship that you have with God first, and you put everything first through God, there is no way that what you receive can be bad for you, okay? Now, this is a law in life. Nothing is good nor bad, yet everything is bad or good, okay? Everything just is. And once you realize that, you can understand that you are a God, right? God created us in His image. You are God's highest creation, right? So it's really time that we start acting like that, and we start living like that and thinking like that. And this takes self-awareness, knowing who you are, right? If you just open the Bible, the first chapter, the first book, Genesis, it says the creation, right? You are the creation. And you can create whatever you want to create. You just have to realize that, okay? Now, life, we are subject to things on earth that we cannot control. We cannot change. When I drop this, it's always going to drop. We can never change this. You can never change this, right? That's always going to happen. And that's same with, you know, certain laws like success and things of this nature, right, that require you to know what you're doing, okay? There's a lot of people that become successful and they can't tell you how they did it. They don't know, but there is a reason why they're successful, okay? And it's usually because their paradigm, their thought process is in harmony and is in frequency with whatever they desired and whatever they became successful in, right? Through repetition, you know? So if you tell yourself every single day, you set a goal for yourself, and every single day you work for this goal, and you put God first, you don't know how it's gonna work. You just know it's gonna happen, right? It is bound to happen. There's no way it cannot happen. What you think is what you get in reality. So where you are today, whether you want to accept it or not, is because you have thought yourself into this situation, this seat, right? And this can be motivation to you, and it should be motivation to you. You know, we cannot look at life critically and like everything is a problem, right? Life is a reality meant to be experienced, not a problem meant to be solved. When obstacles come in life, we're not supposed to just stare at the obstacle and never do anything, right? You have to get over this obstacle and keep going, okay? And this is what's gonna separate you from majority of people, right? Your mind. Your mind. Once you take control of your mind and you realize nobody can tell me how my life is supposed to look, nobody can tell me what they want my life to be like. I have to figure this out. I have to know what I want. And I have to put God first, wake up every single day, and go after your life, right? You have to be here. You can't live life in la la land and fairyland and just leave it up to fate that it's gonna all work out, okay? And it sounds kind of like, how do you say that when you say put God first and he's gonna work it out for you? It's to say that you have to really be focused on what you want, right? And it's gonna work out. You just can't think different one day. Like, you can't go to the gym, right, Monday and expect to get 5 years of progress in one day. It doesn't work like that, okay? But if you go to the gym every single day, you get 1% better every single day, your desired results are going to happen. They are going to happen. There's no way you can go to the gym, do what you're supposed to do, and you don't see results. And this is the same for whatever you want to do in life. But too many times people quit because they lack the self-awareness, right? They don't know where they are. They don't know what paradigm they're in, right? All they know is what they know, okay? Because they can't think outside of this moment. They don't realize the source that they have from God is beyond anything we can imagine, right? There is so much we can tap into. So much that you don't even know you are capable of. But if you limit yourself, if you put this bird in a cage and trap it and confine it to what it can do, then that's what you're going to get out of life. Confinement. You are your greatest asset, or you can be your worst enemy, right? And this is your mind. Your mind is, we cannot grab this mind, right? You know your brain, we know this body, but the body is just what follows the mind, okay? And you can see this in anybody's life. What they get in their reality is based off what goes on in their mind. And this is why it's so important not to focus on other people, okay? You have to focus on what you want in life. Because if you are too busy focused on everybody else, you're never gonna get what you want, okay? But the system that we're in, man, it doesn't teach you these things. It teaches you to go get a job, go to school, you know, and just put your head down, really. But once you realize that you are so much more powerful than this, and you have the capability to literally change your whole life through imagination, whatever you want life to be, it can be that. You have to let time happen, though. You know, like I said, you can't go to the gym day one and expect 5 years of progress to happen. It doesn't work like that. And this is where the growth mindset, you know, this is repetitive stuff, because that's what it takes to change the paradigm. Repetition. Repetition is how you got to where you are today. It was a series of thoughts that led you to where you are today. And when you realize that, you say, man, okay, where do I want my life to be in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Do not let life pass you by and you look up and you have not accomplished anything. You have nothing to show for it, right? You have just spent your whole life doing nothing. That is sad. Okay? It's not sad when a man dies, right? It's sad that he never lived his life. If you don't live life, you know, you're just wasting time. God sent us here to experience life to the fullest capability, to experience real abundance, real joy, the kingdom on earth, okay? And you have to seek him first to get there, right? You have to know who you are. But hey, man, this is 11 minutes in. You know what I'm saying? If you're still watching this, salute to you. You know, it's only up from here. We can only get better, but you have to start somewhere. So thank you for watching this video. I'm sharing the consciousness. I talk to myself, but you know, I know where I'm going. I have a goal and I will obtain it. And if you think like me, we're tapped in. We are on the same source of consciousness. I am you, you are me, you know? Let's get paid.